the square root of 64. We know what the square root of 64 is. Or we could break it down into eighths. But now we have the negative 1 as part of our factor tree for 64. Okay, so we have our pair of eighths that we can bring out. And the negative 1 you could consider a lonely for this, if you wanted. And the square root of negative 1, we just defined that as what? As I. And so that can be written as 8i. But another way to think about that is the negative 1 under the root sign, since it's imaginary, it's ghostly, it can float in and out of that root sign whenever it wants to. When it comes out, it's an I, and when it moves in, it's a negative 1. And when it comes out, it's an I, and when it moves in, it's a negative 1. It doesn't need a buddy to move out. It can float in and out whenever it wants to. All right, so it can come out with the 8 and become an I on its own. Let's try another one. Square root of negative 20. We break down the 20 into 5, 2, 2. We have a pair of 2's. And we have a negative 1 lonely and a 5 lonely. And like I said, that negative 1 is free to move around wherever it wants to. And it can move out with the 2. And when it does, it becomes an I.